This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 646 Frontenac Avenue, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Today is June 11th, 2021. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch ABS cleanout located in the crawl space on the right-hand side of the house as you approach the rear of the property. And this is going out towards the front of our property here, and this goes out towards the rear of our property here, and this is our access here, crawl space access, and this is our 3-inch ABS waste line. It does appear, sorry, I did mention that it was black ABS waste, but it does appear to be cast iron. So we went ahead and zeroed out our camera monitor here, and we're just going to go ahead and drop down, and what we'll do is we'll just utilize, we do have some water running in the shower upstairs, so what we'll do is we'll just utilize that water running and hopefully push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. So again, there's our tie-in there. You can see the shower running. So again, we're just going to go ahead and utilize that and just help us push all the way out, possibly all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. Then from there we can shut the water down and pull back and take a good look at the sewer. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. What we'll do is we'll just pause our mic here. As we push out, it does appear that we transition into what appears to be vitreous clay, and in the vitreous clay you can see that it had been lined with a CIPP cured in place liner. You can see there at the top, you can see the lining, the seam there, and right around the 9 o'clock area there you can see the writing on the CIPP cured in place liner. So again, we're just going to pause our mic here and continue to push out. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and again, it does appear that we are out in our city sewer. So what we're going to do, we're just going to push out a little bit more, just to double check. But again, it does appear that we are in our main line, our main sewer line here. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to pause our mic here for a moment. Okay, now we continue to push out a little bit more, and it does appear that we transitioned into our city sewer tie-in in this area. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut the water down, and we're going to begin to pull back. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, as I mentioned, we went ahead and pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. And as you can see there, that is our city sewer tie-in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull back. And as we pull back, you can see that we do have a little bit of concrete in that area there, but we are transitioning back into a CIPP cured in place liner. So this area is vitreous clay, again, that had been lined with a CIPP cured in place liner. And what we'll do is we'll pause for a moment. We'll shut the shower down. We'll just pause for a moment. I'll give you that. Okay, again, we did shut the water down, so we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as I mentioned, the vitreous clay had been lined with a CIPP cured in place liner. You can see there at the top, you can see the seam from the liner. Again, we're just going to pull back slowly, and possibly we can see maybe a marking to indicate the thickness of the liner. I'm going to continue to push out, and you can see there, that's an opening. We went a little bit further down. It does appear that there's another opening, another tie-in in that area. And okay, we went ahead and located this area here, and this area is out in the street, and it is closer to the neighbor's house. So what we do think is this possibly could be the tie-in for the neighbors here. And again, we are up in the hillsides, and these are single lane roads. So this could possibly be the tie-in for the neighbor's house. So we did run a bunch of water throughout the house, and we're not getting anything coming out of that tie-in. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, we are pulling back in vitreous clay sewer pipe that had been lined with a CIPP cured in place liner. And the CIPP cured in place liner all appears to be in fair condition. And we're going to continue to pull back. Make a little bit of a turn, and it does appear that we're transitioning back into what appears to be a section of cast iron with vitreous clay. So again, in this area, it does appear that we do have a fairly large, what appears to be a large root intrusion. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment, and we're going to mark this area. And as we pull back, it does appear that it is a cast iron to vitreous clay transition here, as you can see there. So again, we're just going to pause here for a moment. We're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and again, this is on the right-hand side of the house, just along the walkway on the right-hand side of the house in the planter area. We did mark it along the fence at 9 foot, 10 inches deep. We did place an orange flag in this area, and again, as you can see, this is our transition from cast iron sewer pipe to vitreous clay, and we do have a root intrusion in this area. And as we push out, as you can see here, they did excavate this area at one time and install a CIPP cured in place liner. As you can see, this is a CIPP cured in place liner. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back.
I just want to live in a glass house.
And the cast iron sewer line pipe and fittings appear to be some scaling, some buildup. And again, this is typical for the age of the cast iron. And we're going to continue to pull back. We would recommend possibly having the line hydrojetted. That way we can remove some of the scaling and buildup in the cast iron, and we also can remove the root intrusion. And again, we are transitioning back into black ABS waistline, and this is coming up and underneath the house. So we're going to continue to pull back. We'll make a little bit of a turn. And again, we're transitioning back into cast iron. It is a short section of cast iron, and this is right at our clean out, and we're going to come up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.
Every house in California.